Well, hello and welcome everyone. My name is Rhonda Cimorelli, and I'm the owner and founder of A Balanced Life for You, as well as a best-selling author of Life Directions, 5 Steps for Living Life Without Guilt or Regret. I'd like to welcome you here today to this little teaching segment that I have. And the purpose of this is to enlighten you as to what the dream system is and how it can benefit you, and to tell you a little bit about my boot camp that you can have access to after this video. Well, as I said, it's a dream system and it's about life directions, because what I have discovered over the last 50 plus years of my life is that there are many paths that we can go on. And some of them are twisty and turny, and they're bumpy, and they have potholes, and they have many obstacles. And sometimes we can go on a path that is clear for miles and miles. But each of us will go on a different journey, and we're going to go on a different path. The dream system is something, it's a set of principles and steps that I came up with after I have gone on many of those bumpy, turny, twisty paths, as well as experienced some of the clear view trails that I've been on. Well, let's talk about this for a minute. How many times have you ever gone through life and you've made some decisions that you felt really bad about? You regretted making that decision. You regretted going with that person, or making that purchase, eating that food, okay, trying that diet. We all go through these things, but they're trial and error, and that makes us who we are today. I'm going to guess that if you're hanging out with me today, there's probably something in your life that's missing. That's exactly what I talk about here. There's something in my life that was missing. I was trying to figure out who I am and what my purpose is in life. Everything you have, everything that you do, is because of what you've learned. You only know what you know, and everything that you know has gotten you this far. And when we know something, we do it and we apply it. Otherwise, it's not really learned. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's take, for example, health and fitness, okay? I know how to eat right. I know how to be healthy. I know how to watch my weight, okay? If you know it, then you actually do it, because I know how to do that. I've been pretty much the same weight for the better part of 40 years. Now, that wasn't to say that early on I wasn't a little heavier, because I was, but I learned things. I learned what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do. So that's not what I'm going to teach you today about I'm not going to teach you about your weight. I just want to give you some examples. Well, if you're anything like me, you've made some decisions, and some of them you liked and some of them you didn't. But the most important thing is, what did you learn from it? And if you're not learning the lessons that you're meant to learn, you know what's happening? You're going to have to learn the lesson a different way. Yes, the universe will consistently give you these lessons to learn. That might look like living in life going, oh my God, are you kidding me? Another day. I can't wait for the day to be over. All I ever get are bills, bills, bills in the mail. My relationships suck. My life sucks. I can't stand the person I'm with anymore. And it just grows and grows and grows. What we don't understand is we do have control over all of this, because we have control over ourselves. I have control over myself, and you have control over yourself, and you control your life. Now, in my boot camp, my mini course, I'm going to teach you how to do this, because you're going to learn how to understand your beliefs, the negative things that you say to yourself, and how they impact you and your physiology, your energy, and how you push it out to the universe, right? You're going to learn about your energy. You're going to learn how your thoughts impact your environment. You're going to learn how your environment impacts your life, and so much more. Now, the dream system, going back to the dream system, there is the letter D. Now, remember I said earlier, there are some steps or systems that you can follow, as well as principles, and they're all intermixed into everything. Because I believe each of us, again, we're on a very unique journey. And I don't believe in step by step, because every part of this process works for everybody, no matter where you are. Okay. There's an evaluation sheet. So you might want to evaluate your life of your happiness and fulfillment with your health and wellness. How happy and satisfied are you? Are you where you thought you should be at this point in your life? The relationships that you have. Do you have healthy, supportive relationships? Okay. What about your business and career? Are you in a career or a business that you absolutely love? Or did you just land there by accident and you're making the best of it? Or maybe worse, can't stand it on a day-to-day basis? What about your recreation and playtime? The work-life balance struggle. Well, are you spending enough time for you with your family? And if not, why not? So these are just some of the evaluations that I walk you through with the book and the mini course. So the letter D, it represents 5 key steps for living your life and working your business. It works for everything. And the first thing that we have to realize is we need to make a decision, a clear decision on what it is that you want. Okay? What is it that you want in your life? Do you want better health? Do you want better relationships, more fulfilling relationships? Do you want to feel more joy? Do you want to have more meaning in your life? So it doesn't have to be monetary. It can be within. But make a decision. Most people don't get what they want because they really don't know what they want. They're very vague. For example, when they talk about money, I want more money. Well, the fact of the matter is, if I give you a penny right now that's worth 1 cent, if I give it to you right now, you have more money. Are you happy? Probably not. So I want you to be very specific about what it is that you want. I want to feel better. What does that mean? I want to feel better. I can take you through an emotional scale and an exercise and help you feel better in about 30 seconds. So what is it specifically that you want? Okay. Your decision also needs to be very, not only specific, but ask yourself why. Why do I want this? For what purpose do I want more money? What will I do with it? All right, what good will it do? Because honestly, there's so many rich people, but they're absolutely miserable. There's a song, the artist eludes me right now, but one of the phrases is until we're all rich and miserable. Now, is that really what you want? You can be rich and happy too. There is a way. I want you to understand, what is it that you want and why do you want it? You want better health. For what purpose? What's it costing you right now? Is your poor health draining you? Is it making you tired or depressed? Are you in pain all the time? Is it keeping you from playing with your kids? Is it keeping you from flying on a plane? What's it keeping you from doing? So why do you want this in your life? For what purpose? Do you want a healthier, more supportive relationship? For what purpose? Because it makes you feel better, okay? It's fulfilling. Are the relationships that you're in draining your energy? So it's a good place. We have to understand where we are right now. It's an awareness before anything can change. All right. Also keep in mind, you didn't arrive here overnight. It took you years and years and years of getting here today. But congratulate yourself. Congratulations to you for making a decision to hang out with me for a little while. Okay. It's all about awareness today. Now, when you make a decision, again, be specific. It needs to be measurable. Right? You want to be able to see progress. And progress oftentimes will be measured in feelings. Okay, I talk about that in my mini course as well. But you have to understand, another part of the D is dare. I dare you not only to make a decision, but I dare you to do something different. Dare, yes, everything that we have, everything in our space and our environment, our relationships, is within our comfort zone. All right. So if you're doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results because it's comfortable, you're also on the insanity wheel. And I'm going to suggest to you today that you get off the wheel and get uncomfortable. Just like a rubber band. I thought I had a rubber band here, but I don't. But a rubber band can start off small. And if you stretch it, it gets a little bigger and bigger. Now, if you keep it there for a while, it makes a memory. So now it's hard to go back to that space because it's already stretched out. Well, that's like your comfort zone. So if you were to make a circle, all right, and put yourself in the middle, and then you can put your house, your car, your family, your business, your personal time, your relationships, your finances, everything is within this circle because it's in your comfort zone. And everything else that you want is just outside your comfort zone. So in my mini course, I'm going to teach you how to expand this rubber band, make it bigger and make the memory so it won't shrink back. So you won't go back in that shell. So you'll feel more confident, more self-assured, right? So I dare you to do something different. Something different goes along with the next element of D is design. Create it, right? Remember, you don't want to do it the same way over and over because we don't want that insanity wheel. We don't want to be the hamster again today. We want to make a new design. And we want to lay it out in steps. Okay, so for what purpose? Why am I doing it? And what can I do differently? So, for example, health and wellness, fitness, weight. What is it that I can do differently that I'm willing to stick to? It might be simply don't buy any cookies or candies at the grocery store. Because if you're like me and it's in my house, I might eat it. So I know not to buy it. Because if I don't have it, I can't eat it. Okay? Other people in my house will survive. If you are, you're wanting to improve your finances, right? So what's one thing that you could change or improve? Well, perhaps you're somebody who loves to do scratch-off tickets. I know that the lottery, right? I know so many people who say they're not addicted, but they actually are. And they tell me it's only $1, it's only $5, it's only $10. Well, that adds up, right? How many times do you scratch? How many times are you losing? And if you were to just quit that one little thing, do something different, what kind of an impact would it have? Now, the next part of D is you want to have determination, right? Again, determination because things are going to come up. Things are going to tempt you. Health and fitness. Those cookies are going to show up in that cookie aisle. And you're going to look at them and you go, oh, I really want it. And in the mini course and throughout my other teachings, I do encourage you to reward yourself periodically or frequently actually. And it can be for that cookie or that candy. It can be with that lottery scratch-off ticket. But the key is you have to have control, right? You have to have determination. You have to have control. You have to know your why. For what purpose am I working on this? Last but not least, the letter D is do. You have to get into action. You can think and plan all day long, but until you get into the action, nothing's really going to happen, right? You can think about the way you're going to shop. You're going to think about the way you're going to eat. You're going to think about the way you're going to spend your money or not spend your money. But until you actually do, or in this case, not do, nothing's going to change. And I know that's why you're here today, because you want something in your life or many things in your life to change. Now, the principles that I have in the D.R.E.A.M system, one of them is the letter R. And this is huge. It's called responsibility. What does that mean? Well, here's an example. So you're saying you're at work and you're on a project, and the project does well because some decisions were made that were fantastic, and they just had a huge impact on the company and the lives of others. And you were the one behind it. So you went, yes, I did that. You love to take responsibility for something that went right. Now, on the flip side, if you're in the company and you're in a project and this project goes down and you were the one that made that decision, how quickly are you to claim that responsibility? Are you quick to claim the action? Oh, I'm the one that did it. Or do you tend to go, oh, well, so-and-so was late with that proposal and this one didn't show up and I couldn't get. How often do we do that? We want to blame other people, okay, when it was really our fault. Years ago, when I was in a very, very bad auto accident, for years, I blamed the driver. Well, in fact, I was a passenger. Okay, so I kind of was not in control of what actually happened. He drove, he hit a tree, we smashed everything, and I broke everything on my face. But for years, I blamed my pain and everything on that accident. Yes, the accident did cause those results. But what it took me a long time to own up to was that day. It happened to be my senior year of high school. And it was, in fact, my decision to skip school that day, to be somewhere I shouldn't have been, with people I shouldn't have been with, to go to places that I had no business being. So in fact, I really caused that. It was my fault. So you see, it's really important to own what you do, take responsibility of it. Another principle in R is to respect yourself. Now, this is really important when we are looking at changing parts of our lives in the realm of relationships. That could be marriage. That could be relationships with your parents or children, spouse, coworkers, etc. To respect yourself today, tomorrow, and always. Are you doing things within integrity, within the values that you have? And again, my mini course talks to you a lot about these principles and expands on them and helps you and guides you to come into your authentic self. Another letter of the dream system is E. It's your environment and education. Okay, so what does that mean? Your environment has a lot to do with what you're doing. If your environment, the people in it tend to be negative and they enjoy putting everybody and everything down and they like to blame everybody for their problems, chances are you're going to catch on to that energy and do the same. If everyone in your environment loves to eat out and constantly eat the sweets, or maybe they enjoy drinking, overindulging, or they're smokers, chances are you're going to be a lot like the people you hang out with. They say you are the combination of the 5 people you hang around most. So look at the people that you're hanging around most. What do you really love and appreciate them? What do you admire about them? Or what would you like to change about them? Because chances are you're going to be right there in that same picture. The other part of E is when we're changing our lives. Remember I said in the beginning, you only know what you know, and what you know has gotten you this far. So in order to change or transform your life, you're going to have to educate yourself. What is it that I need to learn? And my courses teach you not so much about business, what you need to learn about business or health or fitness. But my courses are going to teach you what do you need to learn about you. Because I don't know if you're aware of this. This here is more powerful than any computer system that we've ever created. But the trick is, it's the manual. We don't really understand the manual. And my course is what I'm going to teach you is how to understand and utilize that user's manual for all of you. So you become the very best version of you. So the A is very simple. It's accountability. Accountability is about creating habits, showing up, even when it's hard, even when it feels impossible. Because nothing, my dear, is impossible. It just means I'm possible. And the M is about mastering. I want you to master the skills that you need in order to grow your life, to grow your business, to grow your relationships, and to become the very best version of you. And one of the best skills that you can learn to master are your emotions. I do talk about that in the Life Direction book, right? I do talk about your emotions. It's emotional intelligence. We all go through a process in life where, just like a child, let me back up. We all have to learn certain skills. So as we're an infant and we learn to sit up, We mastered it. We no longer have to think about it. Then we learn to stand. We stand up, we fall down, we stand up, we fall down. It takes a while, but we master it. And then we master walking and then running. We master things with our hands. We master our motor skills. We master our speech. Now, you'll notice sometimes that my speech gets a little bumbled, but I don't think anybody's supposed to be perfect. I could cut them out, but I don't, because I want you to know we're all real. And if I were to cut them out, it would give the illusion of being perfect. Nobody is perfect. I'm not, and you're not, and that's okay, because perfect is being overrated. We all go through growth. I teach emotional management because what I want you to learn is how to take the fast track from your 20s or 30s to your 50s. I want you to gain the wisdom and the knowledge on a faster pace. So you don't have to learn the lessons the hard way and so long. I know for myself, I didn't know these skills until later in life. And if I had learned some of these, I think I'd be here a lot sooner. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be the very best version of you as soon as you possibly can. But realize if you're hanging out with me today, you didn't get here overnight. It's not going to change overnight, but it can happen in a relatively short period of time. So I'm going to encourage you to check out the boot camp. It's pretty short and simple, but it's pretty powerful. And it's going to give you your first steps to being the best version of you. Again, my name is Rhonda Cimorelli, and I will look forward to hearing from you and helping you change your life.